Today, news broke of Michael Beasley, who, of course, was the number 2 pick in the 2008 draft. Of course, number 1 was, fill in the blank, Derrick Rose. Correct. Now, Michael Beasley is just 24 years old. He has been with the Miami Heat, who he was originally drafted by in 2008. And then he went to the Minnesota Timberwolves, and then now he was with the Phoenix Suns. The Suns decided to throw him a bone and sign him to a 3-year, $18 million contract. And after just 1 year, his contract has now been terminated by that club, the Phoenix Suns. The reason is he was pulled over for a traffic violation and arrested for the 4th time involving marijuana. Now, he came out of Kansas State, of course, under Bob Huggins, the 1 year that Bob Huggins was with Kansas State before he went on to West Virginia. He came out as just a pure scorer, a guy who could shoot from what seems like any range, can take anybody off the dribble, and can get to the bucket at will. And now he is a free agent once again in his short NBA career. The question I pose to you guys, it's a sad story because it seems like he just can't stay out of trouble. Is his career over, or should another team take a chance on him? Now, before we get into that, I asked you guys to chime in on Twitter on what you think about Michael Beasley being cut and his contract being terminated by the Phoenix Suns. So let's get into those really quickly. Mohamed Aratani is for some reason laughing at this entire story. I don't think it's totally laugh-worthy. David Nakar, I can't even tell. What is your avatar, dude? Keep calm, bitch. Oh, okay. All right. Solid. TYTSports. The kid has potential, but sits on his ass the whole day smoking weed. He has potential, but doesn't care about b-ball. He cares to some extent. Obviously, your caring is totally overshadowed by the arrests and the drug possession that simply that you put yourself in those situations. Excuse me, my voice is going out. Obviously, he puts himself in those situations. I feel bad for the guy. I really do, because he has a ton of potential. The sky is the limit. If he just gets everything right up here, he gets his mind right up here, and everything is fine, and he stays out of trouble, then maybe things could change. Obviously, they certainly are not right now in the year 2013. We continue right along. Ricardo Banda, TYTSports. Big waste of talent so far. Mid-card for life. Okay. And Anthony Gianwan, TYTSports. Long overdue. If you ask me, what was long overdue? Him getting released by the club, him getting arrested once again, becoming a free agent once again. Again, I feel bad for him. I really hope that he comes out of this better, and I believe he can make a return. He just has to be sober. He has to stay sober, and he has to check himself into whatever he thinks will benefit him in the best way possible, and be committed to the plan and stay committed to the plan. Again, I'm really rooting for him to make a return because, again, the sky is the limit for Michael Beasley. Again, just 24 years old. He averaged about 10.1 points per game last year, I believe. Yeah, 10.1 and just 3.8 rebounds per game. If he goes into a system, he finds the right role model, and he stays sober and doesn't put himself in those situations to get into trouble, he can absolutely succeed at this level.